So, you know how in Infinity War, Thanos snaps his fingers and, kind of wipes out half the universe? Spoilers if you're one of the few people who haven't seen this movie yet. Well, today we find out who he was talking to in the post-credit scene when it first shows the gauntlet, which is something essential that he needed in order to wipe out half the universe. So, today we're basically going to be talking about how he got the gauntlet, when he got the gauntlet, and where he got it, even though we're pretty sure it's from Nidavellir. Yeah, I know this doesn't sound like a theory that much, considering Eitri literally said that Thanos got the gauntlet from Nidavellir and murdered everyone inside of it except for him. Which is kind of weird, considering that, Thanos is all about quality and balance and only killing half of each thing, but that's besides the point. But if you remember the post-credit scene, Thanos still said,
"Fine. I'll do it myself."
Yeah, that would seem kind of odd to say, considering he didn't really have anyone trying to retrieve the stones for him at the time, or at least that we know of. At first, at the first time of the showing, it seemed like Thanos was talking to Ultron, especially since we didn't know Thanos' motives and goals. But that wouldn't make sense, because Ultron died about 3 years before Thanos got the gauntlet. So, who is he talking about? Was it just bad planning about the gauntlet, or by the directors, or are we in for a surprise in Avengers 4? Well, it's possible it could be all three. See, we don't exactly know when Thanos got the gauntlet, but we can, however, make guesses. When he says, he seems to be ready to get into action immediately, and the first stone he takes is from Xandar, about a week before he attacks Thor's ship and the rest of his Guardians. That would mean that Thanos got the gauntlet a little over a week before he came face to face with Thor. So it wouldn't make sense for it to be Ultron or Ronan or even Loki. Maybe the scene was just a story mistake, but as a theorist, you can't believe that. You have to believe that there's some kind of loophole or something, or some kind of plan. But for our first theory, it's that it was Eitri he was talking to. Now, I know this seems highly unlikely, but Thanos may have given Eitri the chance to fight for the good of the universe, and he refused. And that's a reason maybe why he doesn't have his hands in Infinity War. Even though this is highly unlikely, it is a possibility. I mean, it's not like Thanos brought someone else who's powerful but wouldn't go with him to Nidavellir. I mean, why would he do that? He would probably bring someone who would fight for him, most likely. But, okay, I know this is contradicting myself, but what if he did actually bring some enemy of Asgard or something who just wanted to weaken Asgard in a way, but wouldn't actually want to, help kill off half the universe? I mean, Asgard, I'm guessing, does have a lot of rivals, and most likely one from the Nine Realms, kind of like the Frost Giants or Dark Elves. But so this is like a decent theory, I guess, because Asgard would have many enemies, and that would be a good way to weaken Asgard, to get Asgard to one of their main areas to make weapons destroyed. So, one of the weaker theories that we have today is a possible future MCU villain. This is it's a possibility because it's an easy way of Marvel to get out of this knot. This one seems to be the most likely, though, because it's clever. It's a clever way to sort of introduce a new villain, like I said, to get out of this knot. Now, we'll go into why Thanos wasn't talking to Ultron, Ronan, or even Loki. He wasn't talking to Ultron because Ultron had different plans than Thanos, so Thanos wouldn't have exactly been looking towards Ultron for help. Remember, Ultron was about evolving the human race, and Thanos was about balancing and wiping out half of humanity away. So, those don't exactly seem like the same goals. Now, Ronan, on the other hand, worked for Thanos and knows his motives, or at least knows he's trying to collect the stones. The only problem is that Ronan opposed Thanos once he had the Power Stone and died. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense why he would be looking for help of a dead enemy. And finally, we have the fan favorite, Loki Odinson, god of mischief, rightful ruler of Jotunheim, and of other things he's good at. Thanos wouldn't look to Loki's help, considering he lost him 2 stones already, the Mind and Space Stone. But if Loki did help Thanos, it would make sense why Thanos was able to get the gauntlet in Nidavellir. Loki could have been disguised as someone else and would have served as a guide for Thanos. Yeah, I know, probably not, but that's why it isn't a big possibility. In the end, it doesn't really make sense who Thanos was talking to with the timeline and characters. Like I said, there are some possibilities, but who knows? Well, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button, and if you like Marvel and movie stuff, make sure to subscribe, and if you have any cool Avengers series, let us know in the comments section below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.